nice name.
That's what this
Sounds like a
called.
drink.
I'm gonna have to tell you though, I think I'm going to. I usually don't like to do this, especially right at the start of a show. I don't like calling something out. I think I have to blame you because I was distracted. I almost forgot to hit the record button to start recording our show.
Oh,
which I've never done before. So the only person possibly, because I can't blame myself, can't do that. So
that's all right. You can blame it on me.
All right, as long as there's someone that I can find to blame, then I can take it. Absolutely perfect.
Could be the chill that's in the room.
It could be the chill that's in the air. I mean, this shirt actually was white when we got in here. It's actually gotten blue. It's so cold. That's right. It's turned blue. How is everybody doing? It is a Thursday evening once again. It is time for some About Beverages podcasting. We've got 3 wonderful things, hopefully wonderful things that we'll be sharing with all of you as well.
Right now, they're just things.
Yes.
We've yet to determine their wonderfulness.
Their levels of wonderfulness, exactly. And if you guys are new to the show and just happened in here as you came into the talk show directory here on Twitch, or if you followed in through one of the many tweets through all the social media things, the pillars that we do call them, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we are About Beverages.
About Beverages.
As we have been for, well, we've been brothers for longer than this, but we've been podcasting pals for almost over 14 years now.
Yeah.
Pocket, good to see you as always.
Hi, Pocket.
Good evening to you.
First in the chat.
First in the chat.
To comment at least.
That's true. First in
the chat. Who maybe the only one right now. Who knows?
That's right. It's just a podcast of 3 right now. It's totally fine. I'm fine with that.
That's where it starts. It grows. That's not like it's your TikTok videos, which are just blowing up.
Apparently, yeah. I had to I was shocked. It was one of those things that I did. I'm going to say honestly, over the last month. The video that I do daily, usually promoting that I'm about to start streaming, or like I said, if we put up some of our beverage reviews or things like that, they've been increasingly doing better. A couple hundred views with each one. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's great. It's much more than it was, and consistently that. And then all of a sudden it ticked up. Baker, how's it going? Good to see you.
Yes.
Slowly ticking up, and then I had done a video in the morning, and then it was as I was going about my destiny business, I realized there was something that wasn't quite right with the bounty, and I was like, why isn't this working? So I went through and I kept making clips of me trying all these different things. Finally found out the answers. So then as I finished stream, I was like, I should put this up and see it. I'm like, this is kind of old, but no one probably cares. And I put it together and had some fun with the editing, and it's hit like wildfire.
it's working.
It's working.
You've struck a nerve.
And it's nice then too, because then it's, the rising tide lifts all boats. Is that what I'm talking about? Okay. So that rising tide video has given all of our other videos are getting more likes now and views and everything else, because people on TikTok, the way it works is, usually if you really like something, you'll be like, oh, what do they do? I'm going to follow them. Oh, what else are they doing? And then you'll start scrolling through and looking at other stuff. So it helps out all the other ones. So then since that video, all the other ones so far, usually after a day or two, it's they've been getting thousands of views, and some other one. Yeah. So it's very cool.
You're making it happen. You're out there.
What have you brought to the table today? I've got to hit a button. So
I have brought, this is a throwback because I haven't had this in a while, but this is the Union Jack from Firestone Walker. Last week we had some
out of Napa.
No, I don't think
they're in California.
Yeah, Paso Robles.
Paso Robles.
And maybe other places as well. But we had some unexpected visitors. Family dropped by completely unannounced. It was a great visit.
Even when they were there, they were still not announcing. They actually snuck into the house.
I did not know. Wait, how'd they get here? They didn't announce.
You heard voices in another room of the house.
When we walked down there, the voices went quiet. So there was no announcing whatsoever. They're here. Yeah. So I realized I had a lot of sours in the fridge and a couple of IPAs, but I thought, I need to have something just kind of every day, but I wanted it to be good. And I went to Fry's. I was at Fry's anyways, and I looked there. So I was trying to find the combination of value, freshness, and also, maybe something I've already had before, but it didn't have to be something I had. So anyways, with all of that in mind, this was the freshest and the one I was most interested in, and it was the Union Jack. So, and also one of the visitors' names was Jack.
I was going to say that. So also
I threw that in there.
I was wondering if you got that on purpose.
I did. That was part of it.
That was a kind of a side fourth.
So it was a good because Jack came to visit us. So that's why I did that. But
it's funny that you mentioned that kind of trifecta, because I always, when I think of those things, especially with marketing and all that kind of stuff, I always think of like I said, the person that we used to work with, Kent, that we used to work with. I don't know, do you remember the sign he used to have at his desk? He was our sales manager where we used to work. Do you remember the sign they used to have it as?
I don't remember it at the moment.
It's one of those things I have never forgotten to this day. Like I always thought this was really good. And it said, actually I can't remember it anymore. No, it said,
I forgot.
It said, well, because we were in coffee, so there was a lot of things going on there. So it was price, quality, service. Pick 2 of the 3. And I always thought that was great because it's one of those things. Like if you want quality and great, great service, if you want those 2 things, well, it's going to be more expensive. Like you have to pay for it. Yeah. If you want cheaper price, well, then something else is going to always have to lag behind. You can't like get all the, and anyone says that you can get all 3, they're secretly like screwing you on something else. That's all I can say.
Sometimes, every once in a while, maybe you find it.
I know.
No.
I say no.
Not with AboutBeverages on our shows. You don't get. You get a good price.
It's close. That's true.
The quality.
See, that's our legs behind quality. Right, okay. Let's be honest. Berserker, it's good to see you. How are you doing this fine evening? The boys are back in town.
We are back in town.
Oh, all right. So Union Jack
now, so
IPA.
which one is that? Are we going with the Bus Boys or are we going with Thin Lizzy?
I was thinking Thin Lizzy. That's where mine goes. I did not know there was another version of that
There's
song.
one. I don't know if it's the same song. I don't think it's the same song, but it's from
the Pet Shop Boys. Boys who like girls.
It's from I think it's from 48 Hours.
Oh, with Eddie Murphy and Hoyt.
Back in town. Yeah, I don't think that because they also had a song on the Ghostbusters soundtrack too.
That's funny. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I remember that song more. Is this a place where I troll streamer and save up points for flexing? Yes, it is. That is perfect. Exactly. You have been saving up the points. People are like telling me, they're like, I'm within a couple 100,000. So Keith, you got to start getting your workouts in.
I'm getting them in.
Start getting ready, and we have another thing already that ties into it. So there's a secret fun thing that happens at the same time. So I'm in early for once. You are. That's super awesome. Usually you're out you're actually usually working out, getting ready for your next grappling that you're going to be doing or something like that. Berserker teased me today. I've got to show you something. I can show it here in Berserker the pub. It was a Berserker tease. It's a new blackened. I have not been able to purchase it yet.
Is it minty?
It's
got a green label.
It's a rye.
Oh, okay.
It's a rye. So their first one. Okay. It's called
Ride the Lightning.
Ride the Lightning. Yep. Exactly. Okay. Yep. This is good.
I know of just a few. Fortunately, it fit into that. I know a few songs.
Oh no, you've got a strong case of ye old food poisoning curve. Oh no, that's awful.
That's not good.
And yet you still took the time to send me a message in Discord and show me this bottle.
Yes.
I have to. I want to go out this weekend and see if I can find one locally, and then if I have to, I may buy one because we need to do a podcast on that. Maybe that's the next one that we can share. Is that we can do that. So that would be super cool. I am sorry. I hope you're feeling better soon. Yeah. I hate food poisoning. I mean,
anything having to do with stomach bugs or food poison. Yeah, it's not good. Not good.
Not good at all. This is 70 IBUs. I think I saw.
Is that what it? And it's a West Coast style IPA.
60 IBUs, 7%, 10 color. It's one more than I usually like.
So yeah, it's just kind of a good old throwback there, but. I think we've probably enjoyed this in the past, or I've had it in the past. It's been a while, but I just liked Firestone Walker. I don't have a lot of their stuff much anymore. I think they consistently
have some things on there that are pretty good. Positron, good to see you too. Hello. I took a test over Chapter 1 on Server Plus yesterday. It made a 90 on it. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Pat on the back for that. Golgo, it's good to see you as well. Good afternoon, morning, evening for you.
Afternoon, morning, evening.
I always got to throw in all those things. You never know. People have time zones.
It's true.
Just people and their damn time zones. I've been betrayed by a burrito. The greatest offense. No.
Betrayed by a burrito.
I don't want to immediately assume, but I'm guessing it was Chipotle.
I know.
Hashtag they don't sponsor us, so it doesn't matter. Morning, you got it covering it all. I thought maybe.
Okay.
I thought maybe Go. I thought so. Yeah, feel better soon though, Berserker. Yes, please. And apparently no more. I hate being betrayed by anything because then it's like that'll stick in your mind for a while.
And it does not appeal to you for a long time, if ever. If ever.
I'm glad I have never gotten sick on like steak or anything like that. Although maybe that'd be better for me.
Oh, look at that.
Let's be honest.
You were right.
It was Chipotle. Oh my God, I have done it. I am highly correct. It is here, and it is all recorded for future Berserker. If you ever want to remember this day again, this will be going up in the archives on YouTube. Shameless plug right there. Next week, if you ever want to remember your faithful bad day. I should have known when the order showed up without my chips and the burrito was sloppy. Oh man, there's not. I tell you, there's one time in college I had a sloppy burrito, but after that, like you try and stay away. You try and stay away from those things. You realize it's just bad. It's just bad in the end.
The sloppy burrito.
Sloppy burrito.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a little delay there, but yeah. How's your week been? You had, like I said, you had unwanted guests. I mean, you had guests come over. That you said
not unwanted. Just unplanned for, unknown. No, they were we had a great time with them. That was so nice.
Did they play League of Legends? Did you get in some LOL while they were there? Did they the game at all?
No, Pocket and I played a little bit during downtime, and it was funny. One time he came over and he's like, he was looking at what we were doing on our iPads. He's like, now I know how my dad feels when I'm playing games, because he had no idea what was going on the screen. So. But it was fun. No, we had a nice visit. They did some hiking and some bike riding, and made dinner for us one night, and we played some Beatles Monopoly one night.
Oh,
so that was
you probably cleaned up in that though.
Well,
it seems highly
doesn't
unfair.
have anything to do with knowledge of Beatles. It's just Monopoly.
Oh, okay.
I
thought there were some
Beatles
trivia
themed.
questions, like when you go to jail, like they ask you a trivia question, like,
no.
Has it been a hard day's night? Have you been sleeping like a dog?
We was down. We had to call it because Pocket and I had to get some rest. By God, it's already 10:30, way past our bedtime.
Wow.
Yeah.
10:30.
So we called it. What was it?
Oh my God.
It's a Thursday. Hey, can't get too crazy.
It was a Thursday. Can't get too crazy. The end of your T-shirts to say, "But not germs." Which one? I'm assuming this one. Spread joy, peace, and love, but not germs.
But not
I
germs.
like that.
Of course.
That's pretty good, actually. That is very true. I would agree with that. This is good. Like, this is fine. Like, this is
what it is.
This is in that territory of Lagunitas IPA. I think Stone IPA I like just slightly more. There's it's just slightly less malty, so there's even a little bit more West Coast like bitter bite, but not like a huge difference. It's not like I would turn my nose up at any one of those we just mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else like is in that kind of territory. Like, I mean, like I'm sure Deschutes, like they've got.
Well, they have their fresh squeezed, but I don't know what they don't really have.
What was their? They used to have one that was like kind of a more bitter. Oh, do they make the Ruination anymore? I have not had a Ruination since I don't know when. Yeah.
I don't know if they do or not. They re-release it. I get their emails, and they'll like have stuff that they have still laying around or in their vaults in their archives, and they'll offer it for sale. And a lot of times anyone that I'm sort of interested in, I don't think I'd order one anyways, but they're always the ones that are gone. Yeah. Like they'll have the Zokovecha from this year, and they'll have the Woot Stout from several years ago. And but.
Listen, I know the wrestlers get all the fancy ladies, the clothes, and the free creams and lotions. But my life is good. Really good. I get to wake up every morning at 5 a.m. and make some soup. It's the best. I love it. I get to lay in a bed by myself all of my life.
This is where it hits him.
It's fantastic.
That's where it hits him. That it's like, man, this sucks. The first part, I think he almost believes what he's saying.
Like
in my heart, I believe that.
In service to others, and that's good.
Yeah.
But then wait, I'm all alone at night.
Wait a minute.
It's fantastic.
That's when he's looking at that, like that very attractive nun, and he's thinking in his head, he's like, this is not good. This is not a good path that I have chosen right now. Did you not tell them they were the orphans cheaps? Yeah, I am very stoked for you to try the Black and Rye as well, Berserker. I will need a full review if you have it before I wind up finding a bottle, because I'm hoping it's good. Did they do anything like I'll look it up here as we're chatting, because I like talking about this. Here we go. What's Golgo picking?
Uh-oh.
I feel he's going to pick something.
That's handsome Pete.
We haven't seen that one in a while.
For nickels. Pete, you got some customers.
Have you seen this man? That's handsome Pete.
I may try it this weekend. I like that. I like the sound.
Depending on how
probably
you're feeling.
I think that usually though, alcohol usually is pretty good though about cauterizing any stomach bug though, right? Isn't that kind of the way of the world? Country boop. Goes with beer. That's true. Do a shot of that and some beer. All right, Rye the Lightning. Kentucky Straight Rye double cask finished. With aptly dubbed Rye the Lightning is the latest release of Black Noise Sonic Enhancement. That's the new, limited edition Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey double cask finish in Madeira and rum cask. God damn it.
Wow.
Well, it's normally
passion here.
it's normally like a $65 or $70 bottle. Like I said, when we did the search the other day,
How much is it?
Berserker, did you tell your wife yet? Did you let your wife know
how
that
much you
ordered this bottle? It was not as crazy as some, but I think it was going for 85 to 90. So it was like going for about 30
95.
over. 95. Did you tell her yet? Does she know?
She does now.
She does now. Is she watching? Is Berserker's lovely wife, is she watching the show right now? Is it happening? She's
gonna have some.
She just found out she's pissed in the other room. She's currently drinking it right now.
She's going to try some.
Exactly.
She dumped it down the sink.
No.
As a statement. No.
She saw the bottle and didn't inquire, so she doesn't need to know, obviously.
On a need-to-know basis.
So, speaking of whiskey and speaking of whiskey and women, speaking of whiskey, my wife found, not found because it's kind of like hiding in plain sight kind of thing. So we've got our little cabinet in the corner that's got all of our whiskeys and scotches and, a couple tequilas here and there. And, she's a very big fan of whiskeys and bourbons and things.
She is?
I know, shocking, right? Yeah. So today, she had finished up work. She was kind of getting, dinner heated up and stuff. And before you came over, and I saw she had poured some. I was like, "Oh, what are you having?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm having some of the Frey Ranch, the rye."
Yes.
And I look over and I see the bottle. I'm like, "That's a brand new bottle. Where did you get that?" And I kind of, and she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, you have that down below where you open it." She's like, "Those are all brand new." Like I looked in there, so I was like, "Those aren't supposed to be touched. What are you doing? We finish the other ones first. That's why I have those." She's like, "Well, they're down there. That was the one I wanted to have."
Did you order another Frey Ranch?
I did a while back.
A different one?
Then what?
Because we've had their rye.
Yep.
And their bourbon.
Yes.
So
when I ordered the bourbon, I ordered a bourbon and another rye.
Oh, okay.
So she's already finished the bourbon.
Okay.
I barely had any of that. And then the rye, like I said, yeah, we had part of one and she kind of finished some of, that one was gone. And she's been having other things. And then, like I said, then all of a sudden, today I saw that one. I was like, oh, and I was like, and in my head, I'm like, I don't remember opening that new one. I thought I'd put that down. And then she was, I said, that's the stuff I can't find. Like, I don't like, we have other things we can drink. Divorce only option.
I've been getting emails from them. Did they have like a cask release or a release?
Yes. And I have different? Messaged them a bunch because it's like, you can only get it by going there.
Oh, okay.
Is Jack driving by there? Can we have him go by somewhere in Nevada?
Poss? You never know.
That would be neat.
Well, then he'd have to come back by here.
Oh, he could mail it.
I'm not sure what their itinerary looks like, but
you should. That would be awesome.
Funny. Yeah, we could Tahoe, right?
Give him I think so. We give him a finder's fee for that.
Give him a little motivation.
He could taste it with us on a podcast.
Sure.
Where's this?
Sure.
Yeah, because they've been messaging it and they just won like double platinum, like at these, like, so it sounds really good and like, but it's not for sale on their site. And I think they said they aren't currently like shipping it because they went through a couple casts and it was like already gone. So
they said they had a third barrel or something. I saw
he
that.
opened up or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was just like, So I don't know. I need to send like a more formal official email and be like, hey, talk about you guys a lot. Like, I pay for it. I know you don't like. Can I please get a bottle so that I could review? I would love to review it.
Yeah,
so.
give them links to our podcasts on them, and that we even apologize
the second
for saying
one
their name
specifically.
wrong. Yeah,
but yeah,
Frey. Yeah,
exactly. So we need to get one of those at some point. But yeah, no, this one also sounds very good. So yeah, the Madeira barrels.
Okay.
90 proof again. Would love that proof to get up a little bit. You need to get Berserker. You still need to look for that the cask strength one, because like I said, one of the other reviewers that I watch on YouTube, he did a blind tasting. It was actually kind of interesting. I haven't gotten to talk about this with you. He did a blind tasting of like, he basically went for all of these, people call these, what is it? The, like, I don't know, when it's like famous people like push whiskeys and stuff like that, it's like, Matthew McConaughey has a whiskey and, Terry Bradshaw has a whiskey. It's like, do they really get involved in it? Especially with tequila, there's like kind of like a really negative stipulation on it though too.
Yeah.
Because like that, like sometimes it's like they're, because of the mass production, it's not being made in the right way. It's hurting some of the farmers. Like it's like, that's even
right.
Some of the stuff even about Dwayne Johnson, his tequila, like that's come up with, questions about it, like the process and all those things. My life goal is to guest star in About Beverages pod. I was just talking about the cask drink last night. I'm going to you need to look around because I think that one is, I like the regular, but I like the other one even more.
I don't know if you can show a pic. So that
I can. Just give me a second.
He looks like a combination of...
Wait, do you want to wait before
Let's play the who does this guy look like?
Okay, we'll put
game.
it up on screen. Hold on.
Pocket and I like to do that. We'll be like, that guy's a combination of blah, blah, and blah, blah.
Blah, blah. Bob, blah, blah.
And to me, this one is... He looks like two people, and it's sort of relevant for today, actually.
Okay. Wow, I cannot believe that was the last shape that I did for this little graphic. Okay. I did not create this just now, and it's literally him right there. Okay, this is perfect. All right, we'll make this bigger so everyone can see. Some sweet mutton chops he's got going there.
He's got so I got to remove the mutton chops, but with the mutton chops,
we have to take off the mutton chops.
Well,
I think that's what defines his character.
No,
okay.
I don't like mutton chops, but that guy actually pulls them off.
He does.
So
I bet his kids swing off of them.
So to me,
they're luscious.
I already have two celebrities that this person looks like.
Johnny Cash.
A cross between. Oh, okay.
That's a strong chop.
It is. Chop.
And we'll get back to my other story in a minute, but I'm happy we're on this tangent.
Oh yeah, did I interrupt the story?
No, but this is fine though. Well, we'll go back to the because it was interesting.
Okay.
Are you saying the Rocks tequila isn't rock solid? Oh my God, it's go. That's on the money right there. I don't know. I shouldn't be just spreading that. I have just read some things and people have again.
Wolverine?
We thought it was good.
Okay.
We enjoyed it
because of the mutton chop thing.
Yeah, Wolverine
doesn't look like Hugh Jackman though.
Yeah,
I think.
Actually, he kind of looks like. Actually, he looks exactly like the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean, the movies, because that guy also had mutton
Johnny
chops.
Depp?
Not Johnny Depp, but Johnny Depp's best friend on the boat.
Oh, okay. Orlando Bloom? No, that's not his best friend.
No,
I don't know. I've always seen one of the movies, so.
It's got to be one of the first ones they show
Jeffrey
here.
Rush. I knew it.
I am Jean Valjean.
I am Jean Valjean.
Might be this guy? Yeah, see?
Okay, because of the chops. Yeah.
And the nose even a little bit, too. Jack Sparrow has no friends.
So, to me, this guy looks like a combination of Kurt Russell.
Oh.
And relevant for today, Ray Liotta. A little bit of Ray Liotta in that. I think it's the mouth is Ray Liotta. I don't know. There's something in there. There's a little, but Kurt Russell and Ray Liotta combo. That's what I got from that. So maybe I just have Ray Liotta on the brain because he passed away today. I don't know.
It could be. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Definitely Kurt Russell is in there. So anyway,
amazing.
I thought that was fun.
Goodfellas, an amazing movie.
We'll play that. Yeah. Karen.
What did you do, Karen?
That was $60,000, Karen.
Yeah, ripped to the yeah. We did said, yeah, Goodfellas. Goodfellas is the second best gangster movie of all time.
Goodfellas, and then also obviously Field of Dreams. Not a gangster movie, but
well, there was laundering.
Did it have gangster?
There was money stuff going there. If you go back to the Boston White Sox,
you told me
White
your
Sox
finger was a gun.
Yeah.
I saw that movie a couple weeks ago.
That part is great.
So that movie's so good.
Did they have a love child? Perhaps.
Maybe. I don't know.
Perhaps.
So.
But anyway, so I always forget this person's name, but Berserker's already heard this story. I'm sure other people in chat have, but I'm interested to tell you about this. So it was a really great video. He did a blind tasting. It was he and his wife. His wife is not as much of a whiskey drinker. He obviously is. That's the main part of his channel. But and it was all of these there we go, celebrity whiskeys. That's the word I was looking for. Oh my God. See, I'm glad you told your story. Gave my time for my brain to catch up.
Clicked around. There we go.
Yeah,
Celebrity.
went through the Rolodex of all the different words I was looking for. So yeah, celebrity whiskeys, which, like I said, again, sometimes a negative connotation because are they just slapping their name on it? Is it actually quality? Is it just rehashed of something else? So he had Metallica's Blackened Cask Strength. That was why I was also thinking of that. He had Bob Dylan has Heaven's Door, which I've actually heard some decent things about. So he had that one. He had the one from Matthew McConaughey, which I think is made by Maker's Mark. He had one from Terry Bradshaw, which I can't remember. I think that was called Longhorn or something like that, or I can't remember. And then he had Proper 12, which was an Irish whiskey. That's from Conor McGregor.
Okay. And then it's just occurring to me, Terry Bradshaw is the original TB12. He didn't capitalize on that marketing, though.
Was he number 12 too?
He was.
Wow. He should have. I wonder if he could have some sort of older copyright thing on that. Where he's what is it? It's not in public domain, even though he took it, but it's well, I wore it first.
Yeah, I did.
That's interesting. But anyway, so he did all those, did them blind tasting, tasted them all through, and basically came out with the black and the cask strength was his favorite. And he was, he's like, even when he was trying it, he was like, yeah, I think this one probably, I think he picked that one as being the black and out of the other ones. I think that one and the Heaven's Door were the highest proof. I think Heaven's Door was 100 proof and the cask strength's obviously like 114 or something. 116, whatever it is. As a Tom Brady cultist, I find that hilariously funny. Oh, good. Field of Dreams, Shoeless Joe. That's true. That is, Keith has just mentioned that as well. Myopic, it is good to see you. But yeah, he picked that one. It was his favorite. And then the Heaven's Door was second. So those were actually his two favorites. And I have thought about trying the Heaven's Door a few times, but I was trying to read a little bit more. I think the one from Matthew McConaughey, which is Maker's Mark, he was like, oh, this kind of just tastes like Maker's Mark. Like it was like nothing really special. The Terry Bradshaw one, I don't think they liked. I think they thought it tasted like apple. Like it had like some flavor. Like, I don't know. I don't think it was a flavored whiskey, but like they thought it had some sort of fruit note that they were not a fan of. And then the Proper 12, they really didn't like. I mean, it's Irish whiskey. It's a little lighter, but I've also kind of heard
different.
I've heard it's fairly smooth for the most part, but that's kind of it. So, yeah. A smooth, unlike Conor McGregor.
Probably good for blending, I guess, then. But depending on what you're spending,
I don't know. I don't think that one's super expensive, to be honest with you. I can look quick, but I don't think it is. The only thing, though, and maybe it's not for everything. It depends on what you want to be the star of the drink. Whenever I think about like something like that, and it's like, oh, this is pretty smooth. It's like, then I don't think of it as a mixer because usually I want that to come through a little bit. But again, it does depend on your drink. Like, when I'm having a Manhattan or something like that, it's like, and I'm picking a bourbon. I want to know that bourbon was in there. If I pick Knob Creek or if I pick, something else like that. You want that.
I guess I was thinking more simplistic drink, like Jack and Coke or, bourbon and Coke
or
something like that.
No, that's 100%
like that. But yeah, you're right. If it's a Manhattan, you want that. That's the star of the show. So
$22.
Okay.
$22 for your Proper 12.
Proper 12.
Proper 12 from Conor McGregor. I'm going to have some Proper 12 right now. This tastes like shit. Give me something else. I don't even want to drink my whiskey.
Carrie Bradshaw. Carrie Bradshaw has a bourbon?
Carrie Bradshaw has a bourbon? He could. No. That'd be even better. Terry Bradshaw has a bourbon.
Terry
Bradshaw.
Not Carrie.
The football player who does not look like Mr. Mutton Chop, who we looked at a minute ago.
Correct.
It does not.
No.
Is he in that love triangle at all in this man's face?
No, there's no Terry Bradshaw.
Okay. I forget what this guy's I forget what this gentleman's name is too. I got to learn this because I still keep referring to it like Dave Pickrell was who it was. Okay, he passed away.
Dietrich or something.
It is like Dietrich. Rob Dietrich? Bob Dietrich? Bill. Rob Dietrich. Okay, I was close. You had the Dietrich part. You had the harder part. I just guessed Rob. Master distiller and blender.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, I want that. What was the thing from Third Rock? I want to go there.
I never watched Third Rock.
You didn't watch Third Rock?
Didn't watch Third Rock. No.
That is a hole in your
just like
your
some
TV
people talk
viewing.
About Everybody Loves Raymond. I've never seen an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond.
It's okay. It's formulaic.
Okay.
It's fine. Like there are episodes that are funny, but yeah, it's fine. Deborah. That's fine. That's my best Ray Romano. Sorry, that's all I got.
People talk about that. I'm like,
everybody loves Raymond.
We can't do it about Raymond.
I think
can't do it about Raymond again.
I think they liked like the brother was always like he was pretty iconic. That super tall.
Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett. Like he, like I think there were other standouts. Like the cast was pretty good. Peter Boyle was good.
Yeah.
It was fine, but it was just also just kind of like it's a
family
sitcom.
That's how that came up the other day. Is a guy that I work with who I think is like 23. He said he watched for the first time Young Frankenstein. And so I was like, "Oh, that's great." And so we were talking about it. He's like, "Which one was Cloris Leachman?" And he's like, "Was that the attractive blonde?" And I'm like, "No, that's Terry Garr."
That's Terry Garr.
So we went through the whole thing, and then he's like, "Yeah," but he's like, "What I thought was funny is whatever his name is on." He's like, Mr. blah blah blah, whatever Ray Romano's last name actually is. He's like, he was the one. He was on that, or he was in the movie. Peter Boyle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he knew him from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, okay.
So that's how that came up. And I was like, I've never seen that. I never watched any of those episodes. So
they started playing Third Rock here lately. I'm not a fan. Actually, seems cringy. I have not watched it in a while, but the times I have, like I said, I watched through it all when after it had been over, like a few years after, like when it was on streaming services stuff. I always thought it was funny. I thought it was, super clever. And like, it's one of those ones where it's, it's going for a lot of things. I like shows like that too. I give more appreciation when they don't have a laugh track too. So I love that. Like, it's just like that kind of thing. I don't know. It might have, maybe it's a little too clever for some, or like, just a little, sometimes there's stuff that's like, oh, you're trying to be too cute. But I thought it was very funny.
It's interesting.
I think Alec Baldwin was really good. And I love,
he was in Third Rock?
Alec Baldwin?
Oh, you're talking about 30 Rock.
30 Rock.
They're talking about Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is.
Did I go?
No, we just got that mixed up right there. I meant 30 Rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually meant 30 Rock.
I've seen a little bit of 30 Rock, not a lot, but I haven't seen any.
Oh, Third Rock from the Sun. Never watched. Never cared to watch that show.
Okay. All right. All right, so we've got to differentiate our rocks here.
Apparently, that is 30? My fault there entirely. That is my fault entirely.
When I said Alec Baldwin, I'm like, he was.
Yeah, that is actually pretty funny. This probably ties back into this right here. I could say this about Third Rock from the Sun.
How's golfing out there?
Good.
Well, the wind. How's it? How's the wind?
Oh, good. You gonna play today?
Oh God, no. Hate the game. Hate the people that play it even more.
Then why'd you ask me?
Oh, I'm just not good at small talk, you prick.
Too clever for some. And you called me dumb. I wasn't calling you dumb. Like sometimes it's like, sometimes like things are like, oh, it's so clever, but it becomes like cute and kind of saccharine where they're trying to go
so fast. Sometimes it's like, wait,
that show is very fast.
For me, I have to like what?
Well, there we go. And look, I brought Gogo back on board. He went from like jumping off the ship to like, oh wait,
he's back.
No, he said the wrong thing. He meant 30 Rock. Yeah,
he's back.
Yeah, no, 30 Rock is what I meant to say. I'm glad I started naming the cast.
Yeah,
that could have been.
Like,
you could have gone home. What? You could have gone tonight and been like, can't believe anyone likes Third Rock from the Sun. John Lithgow was okay, but my God. Yeah, I have not seen that. And like, I've only seen like an episode or two of that, I think, ever. That never really, because they're like aliens.
Yeah.
Aren't they like aliens and they're trying to like live in this? Yeah, that seems like that could be crazy. Yeah. Almost unfollowed.
No,
oh God, that was close.
We brought you back.
That was close. We brought you back. That was close. Yeah, 30 Rock. Yeah, no, that is a good show.
It's funny. You and because I know you've talked about watching some Cheers episodes that are even a little cringy, or like how do they get it?
Most of them. A lot toward the end. Yeah.
So, but then I think about a show like South Park, which was always meant to be cringy. So it's always was.
South Park is always meant to just be like over the top and just kind of like Well, I think those are kind of different. I think things, because what makes Cheers like later episodes cringy is like Sam's hypersexualization that in this, especially in any society, like but now like with the way people look at things, it just looks like gross, and from the workplace it's like that kind of cringy, whereas like South Park is just meant to be offensive. Offensive.
Yeah, and it always was.
And it always was.
Yeah.
I love Third Rock. I'm rewatching it apparently. Third Rock or 30 Rock? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Let's not get into this again. Yeah, I have not, like I said, I have never watched that show. So maybe I need to try to see which side I fall onto. But yeah, that beer was good, but we have a wine next that we're going to try, correct?
And, yes, absolutely.
What kind of wine are we talking about?
We have a Napa Valley Rosé from Trader Joe's.
For this, give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And we are,
that's not going to work well. I still have a picture of a beer can here.
We got to go.
Is this in the current Fearless Flyer?
It is in the current Fearless Flyer.
Okay. Along with about 8 other wines at least, 12, 15, something.
There's a few in there, I know. But rosés speak summer to me, and summer is already speaking to us here in Southern Arizona. So
that's very true.
I'm wasting all of my good material. What's happening?
You can use it again.
The camera's going to go on for the recording, and I'm going to be like, I got nothing. Done.
I like stupidity in my shows. I do too. No, like I said, like there's
a little lighthearted,
all different levels of stupidity that I enjoy. I'm trying to think of what is probably like guilty. What's it like guilty pleasure like TV show that like probably like it's not a great show and I watch it or whatever. Like Moonlighting, probably like a guilty pleasure in a way.
I would still watch Moonlight. Yeah, of course. But it's not really on.
Yeah. Some walk by night.
Yep.
Deer in a headlight when camera roll.
Fortunately, the camera's always rolling.
Yeah, he's got all of this material right now, and then also we're like, all right, let's do your intro. And you're like, I got nothing.
Trader Joe's.
I don't know.
Rosé.
Wine.
Wine. Pink.
Pink. Is this available year round?
It is not. Why are you asking me these questions? Well, we're not recording.
I'm interested,
but it's not. No, it's a. Okay. Usually, this will be a limited quantity. It's here until it's not, kind of thing.
I need to get some information so that when we do the podcast, I can also go like, and this is available all the time. You're like, no, it's not.
No,
and I'm like, oh, it's this and that.
It's like you're interviewing me.
We should maybe from some point we should do one like wherever we have like something where there are a lot of questions. I should just be like old timey reporter. I could put a cap on with a little news thing. And I'm like, all right, Keith, what do you think about this? Is this rosé year round? What's the percentage on this? Why are you selling it so cheap? Who's on third?
Because Trader Joe's can. That's how we have amazing buying power. We pay cash for everything. See?
I don't know if the first answer to the questions. Today in the local news, rosé is on sale at Trader Joe's. What happened to it? Was it out in the sun too long? Was it left in the back? What happened to it?
Well, Bob, what we're receiving from the field is that it was just too bad. I don't know.
Turns out there were some old grapes in Napa Valley that they found and they decided to sell them. What's on second?
Yes.
I don't know. It's on third. All right. Should we go grab the wine? Should we take a quick break?
Let's do it. Yes.
Let's do it. Should we listen to some music too while we take a quick
course.
break? All right. We should do that
Harris
too.
Heller is waiting for us.
He's been waiting for some Stream Beats Hi-Fi to come into your life. All right. There's a song here called Chonkers. We're going to play that.
Chonkers.
Chonkers. And
Lost in Chonkers.
Lost in Chonkers. Actually, let me take that off the screen there because we'll come back to other things. And yeah, we'll be right back.
See you.
It's just the right vibe for me. I like it.
No, I was gonna say I like this one. It's perfect.
That's good.
It's easy, but not putting you to sleep. Well, at least not putting me to sleep.
Wow. You're all, it's a little too heavy for me.
Yeah. Hey, can you tone it down just a little bit?
Yeah. One thing I do know, it can't be a neighbor complaining about the noise.
Yeah. Hey, can you guys keep it down?
Can you guys keep it down a little bit?
Howie's in Maui.
Howie's in Maui.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going. Yeah. I have to turn the stove on. He has the stove unplugged for some reason. That was always like a weird thing on Bob Newhart show. That's a good show.
Bob
Other
Newhart
than the
show.
clothes, I think it still holds up.
Well, you look at the,
I mean,
well, yeah, of course.
Bob
the
Newhart
clothes.
was like never fashionable.
It was from the mid '70s.
I have not seen a long time. Does anybody replay, or is there like a streaming service that has Newhart? Like I would like to watch through that maybe a little bit.
The second one, you mean that Newhart,
Yeah,
not the Bob
Newhart.
Newhart show.
Bob Newhart show I own on DVD. Good
I
sir.
don't know, because it's funny. A couple weeks ago, I saw Dad, and he was saying that the Parks and Rec theme song reminded him of the Newhart theme song. And I honestly don't know how many Newhart episodes I actually watched. It wasn't too many. And I don't know why, if it's just, I don't know, certain points in my life when it was popular. I don't know, but
I Am Larry, that's my brother Dale's my other brother
I mean,
Dale.
I know certain things.
You know
from
the
it.
touchstones
Yes,
from it.
and
the
like,
final episode, how great it was.
Right, I do know that.
Like probably one of the, that's probably one of the best like callback television episodes in history. Like
and,
amazing that you.
So I would actually be willing to do, because I haven't watched it before. So yeah, if it's on, I wonder if it's like on Hulu or or Netflix, or probably not on any of those, but or Tubi. Maybe it's on Tubi.
Jeez.
Hey, Greatest American Hero
Hulu?
is on Tubi.
Looks like it's on Hulu.
Really?
Oh, that's the Bob Newhart show. No, I just want Newhart.
Well, and the weird thing about the Bob Newhart show is like it only showed it didn't show all the episodes, which was weird.
Like the wrong one. Give me on Roku. The Bob Newhart show.
Okay.
That's Bob Newhart. What about Newhart? Just watch? Oh, does this tell you where you can find stuff? Okay, well, at least that's the right show.
Yes. It was on for 8 seasons. Wow. Okay.
Newhart is not available for streaming. Let us notify when you can watch it. Interesting.
Huh.
I remember it being like, I remember it being good, like not great. Like it had its moment, like I said, watching it at the time. 82. Wow, that came out in 82.
Yeah.
Interesting.
82 through and 8 seasons. So like 89, 90.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe that show went on that long.
I didn't realize that either.
Because the Bob Newhart show is what, 5 seasons? 5 seasons.
Maybe 6. Yeah, maybe 6.
I know the last couple, like when they moved to the new apartment building, like that was less than.
Yeah,
that was.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, those first 4, gold, Jerry, the gold,
The
comedy gold.
That's right.
All right. Well, we are going to record a podcast, our first one of the evening. Thank you guys all for being here. When we record a podcast, This full archive does actually go up on YouTube, which is great. So you can always watch everything we've done. If you missed part of the show, want to go back and watch it again, want to have it play in the background off to the side to help our watch hours on YouTube. These are all good things that you can do. Greatly appreciate that. That always goes up on the following Tuesday after we do a show. And then Thursday, one of the podcasts from that show will go up. Like I said, so if you missed one, only want to see the podcast, it's totally fine. So we kind of pick whichever one that we'd like the most, and that's the one that'll go up the next week, but that goes up on Thursday. So since that goes up kind of as its own little standalone thing, it also makes its way to iTunes and all the other podcasting sites and stuff as well. I had someone the other day saying like, oh, I don't watch much YouTube. They were in here, but they said, oh, but I'm on Spotify. Are you guys on Spotify? It was great. I was able to throw them the link.
Yes.
So we were on Spotify for that. So that was super cool. And actually the other day, this was the other thing I think I was going to tell you last week. So many things I didn't get to tell you last week.
I know.
I had, and this has probably happened maybe only a couple times. We had the most, when does it upload to Napster? Napster, it's always there.
Wow.
It's always there on Napster.
Oh, Napster.
Man, that's a callback. What about LimeWire? I had like the perfect moment. This is what you want as a content creator. Someone came into the channel and they said, hi, whatever, like, oh, and they came in like, oh, they said a couple highs back and forth. They're like, yeah, they literally on YouTube watched one of our videos on YouTube, one of our beverage reviews, went and looked, saw we were on Twitch, and then went and looked on Twitch, and I was streaming at the time, so came in the channel and followed and said hi. So it was literally that whole thing that we always talk about, like this is why you're on all the platforms and all those things, because someone found us somewhere else. He saw the Twitch link, looked, saw I was live on Twitch, came in, saw everyone being super awesome in chat, and like followed. We had a nice conversation about, like, I think it was about some wine or something like that.
Yeah, you didn't come in and verbally berate you or anything.
No, and that would have been fine too. Like, you know, hey,
I'm glad I tracked you down. You suck. You see.
Actually, I think it was actually might have been the Trader Joe's review that we'd done a few weeks ago. It might have been for that one because
That's cool.
I think they said they bought a couple of the bottles and they really liked it. They had it with this and that. So it was like a great conversation. It was like, yes. And I even told him, I said, this is literally what every content creator's dream when someone says, I came from another platform, took the time to click on the links that you put in there, found you, and you happen to be live or whatever else, and hit following you across all those platforms. Like, it's just
tell all your friends.
It was super cool. Yeah, like that's literally why you say all that stuff. Like I said, it's, you know, I know it's for everyone that is in here all the time. We greatly appreciate that you sit through my babbling of like, hey, check out YouTube and check out, you know, but it's important. You never know when someone is in here that hasn't seen it or coming from another platform wants to come in, because like I said, the bigger this community gets, it's just the better it gets for everybody, because it expands the conversation, and then we can try even more wonderful things. So anyway, since we were doing the podcast, I do take down some of the alerts, some of the other things. I even take off our camera because we can't stand to look at it.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. No, that's not true at all.
Are not, actually.
No, we are not. I will not. But yeah, so we're going to do a podcast. Keith already has a bunch of material in the bank. He was test marketing it right before we took to the break. So he's got all that right now, just like locked and loaded. Gossamer on the wind. It's gone. It's gone. Okay.
If I'd stop shaking the table, that wouldn't.
No, it's fine. They shouldn't be like, it's just at any moment it could happen. You're so excited for the podcast.
I'm excited for this podcast, actually.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
Because we have some wine to try.
Okay. Now, we like wine year round, but is there anything, is this like a particular style that you enjoy, like right now, this time of year, or is this at any time of year?
Heavy reds.
Heavy reds.
Full-bodied, super chewy.
If you can hear the sarcasm in my brother's voice right now, hopefully you can. No, but seriously, is this more of a summertime?
Of course, yes, okay. Absolutely. Rosés, whites, those are all good things, at least for me, because they serve them chilled when it's summertime, and we have one of those today.
We do. We have a rosé for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we are about today is the Trader Joe's Petite Reserve Napa Valley Rosé 2021.
2020. I was hoping for a little more of that fresh wine, but apparently we're going to have to go the 2021.
Yeah, it's a year old already. I'm sorry I couldn't get anything fresher.
Yeah, rosés, also glad I realized that screw cap, so don't need an opener for
Very
that.
good.
Because this is not something you would age or save. This is meant to be drank fresh, as fresh as can be. Is this something that is available all the time at Trader Joe's, or is this...
It is not available all the time.
Okay.
It is a
They do
special
usually carry
thing.
rosés, though.
We have rosés, and throughout the years, in the summertime, we've gotten in a Napa Valley rosé. It's been in a different shaped bottle, and it's usually a little bit darker. And then we also will get different rosés. This one is made 100% from Pinot Noir grapes. And we have gotten...
Did you want to smell the cap?
Pinot Noir rosés before, but usually they're more from like the central coast area, not from Napa necessarily. So this is kind of a hybrid of those two things, at least.
Okay.
And not specifically isn't a hybrid, but at least it's the Napa Valley rosé made with Pinot Noir grapes. So
now, normally we guess, or at least I guess a little bit at the price, but we kind of already talked about that beforehand, so we'll just kind of take that out of the conversation.
Yeah.
So it was
I believe it's $7.99
or $7.99.
Yeah.
I will scroll through the link as we were talking.
Well, it
here.
might be different. Well, no, it might say prices vary on region or something like that.
Oh,
Pretty
sure it was $7.99.
I think it was $7.99. They used to be $6.99, but wines have gone. Everything. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah.
Most things have gone up.
What?
Groceries have gone up too.
What?
Yes. Not everything. Some things though.
It is unfortunate the way of that right now. Yeah, Pinot Noir. I'm always kind of surprised that making a rosé out of that seems like, that's a pricey grape to be making a rosé out of, but also it should be good though. You would think too.
I would hope so. At least it's not Merlot, right?
That's true. No, none of that
Miles
Merlot
would
rosé. Yeah, miles approved. Exactly. Usual color. I have seen some darker ones.
Yeah,
we've had some
to me
darker
that's
rosés.
definitely on the lighter side.
Okay.
From what I'm, like I said, the style I usually will drink, but I like all kinds of rosés. So, but yeah, I'd say definitely lighter.
Like the Empathy
Lighter
one,
pink.
I think we had a while back. That one was darker, but that one was also over twice the price. That one was like $18 or $20, I think, with shipping. So, all right. To the Aroma.
Yes.
I'll drink to that. Everything I seem to want has gone up. Yeah, that is kind of funny how that works. Like stuff I don't want, it's like, this is still cheap. I don't want this. I want that. This, that, and the other. It all comes back to Seinfeld at some point. This is good. That could be good too.
Good too. And the other.
I want this and that. What was the
12?
Whoa.
What did Uncle Ned do?
What did Uncle Ned do? Every time he came on, it was a two-parter about how he had done something messed up.
Oh, yeah.
He was either a drunk or embezzling.
Yeah.
Poor Tom Hanks.
Poor Tom Hanks. Well, one was because of the other, I think.
Oh,
But
did they tie together in some way?
Well, I think because he lost his job, and I think that's when the alcoholism happened.
Oh, okay. I did not know
Because he had
that.
been a very highly paid, high-powered executive, but he made this great moral decision. He didn't want all these people to get fired.
Oh, right. So he hid this.
He hid the money,
Right.
and then he eventually got fired anyway. So,
Oh, interesting. I did not know that those. I mean, I remember both those
I
episodes.
think that's why. Yeah, one
multiple
kinda
episodes, but
had one affected the other. So,
Pussycat. You ready?
yeah.
Okay. It's like, this is going to sound silly. Like I said, it's very, very light and fruity, almost
Very
like
light.
almost effervescent. Even though I know there's no like carbonation going on. There's something about it that just makes me, like I said,
There
maybe
is
it
a
is
light
because lightness-
quality to it. I
Yeah,
agree.
which just makes me think that it's being
a little
carried
bit
by
of
that.
strawberry, maybe some other berry in there, but not super pronounced. But just a very easy sort of nondescript, mild fruit aroma.
Yeah,
berry aroma.
your usual, your strawberry, maybe a little cherry or raspberry or something like that. 12% ABV, like maybe a little bit of the alcohol kind of coming through. I'm kind of like, I think we comment on this every time. It seems like alcohol, like ABV's gone up on wines, like as we've tried them low these many decades. Go into the archives. Maybe someone could put together a chart that I don't feel like doing. Go back through all of the ABVs and see if that actually is fact. But yeah, it just seems like they've gone up slowly. Like it used to be like, like more like 9 or 10%. Now it's 12. Kids today. All right. Ready for the taste?
I am.
All right. Chicken Lord. It sounds like a nice drink for my patio during summer. I mean, that's kind of the idea with a rosé, 100%.
Yep.
Sounds very good. Oh my God. Right there, Golgo, what are you doing? Yeah, like I said, that's kind of what I look for in a rosé or a white wine is usually, yes, outside on the patio, maybe grilling, something like that, getting ready for some other things like either this or the pool beers we always talk about, those like kind of lighter IPAs or the session beers, like are always kind of good if you're outside. Nods. Exactly. You thinking about chat or are you thinking about the wine itself?
I'm thinking about the wine. Actually.
Oh, okay.
And chat, of course.
And we've had this chilled as well, which is obviously the way to go. It's been in the fridge.
Yep.
It was cold when it came over and it remained cold.
Put it in the fridge at work at around 1:30 this afternoon. So, and there it stayed till 5 p.m.
And there it stayed. And there it remained.
And then it took his journey overland.
Want me to get the sound of the horses riding? All right, let's go take a walk here. Yeah.
Like to the tasting room.
Yeah. Should go in the archives and find one of those at some point. Should listen to that. I can't remember. Did we go to the tasting room like in the first ones too?
I think so. I thought that.
Can't remember how early on. Like, I didn't know if
beginning.
we did that for the coffee one, our very first podcast, or if that was for started with the other ones. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much the same sort of flavor profile as aroma profile to me.
Yeah.
There is something that makes my mouth water a little bit, and there is a slight heaviness of like maybe a darker berry at the very end, but overall it's just very light, very, very refreshing, easy drinking. Nothing necessarily to me that sticks out as far as the fruit goes.
Yeah, I would completely agree. Like I said, maybe a little bit for me, maybe the cherries or like something like that to me has kind of come up a little bit because I'm getting a nice tart kind of in the middle, which is also making my mouth water. But it's just that kind of just nice light berry, refreshing. The alcohol does come through, but I actually kind of like it. Like it's just balanced in there very nicely. This is nice. This is exactly what you'd want. Just we're gonna go outside. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have some lighter cheeses maybe or something like that, and just relax and just enjoy summertime as much as it is. Sit up by the pool, something like that. But this is very good. Yeah, that's definitely a good value. Is this? How long does this usually like hang out? Like I know you were saying it's in the Fearless Flyer right now.
It depends on how many cases they made overall, but I would say, depending on the popularity as well, if it's at least a month, this should be around. I would think. So yeah.
Well, this is definitely like I said what I would be looking for, and I always could want more flavor, but then that probably also means more price, which could probably unnecessary, I think, with the rosé. But what is not necessary is your demand for more quality content, and you can find all of it at AboutBeverages.com. That is the place where you can find everything we have ever done: podcasts, videos, recipes, stories, all that kind of stuff.
Special guests.
Yeah, go in the archives, find some special guests that we've had on. People that now own breweries that at the time didn't. You can see their evolution from just a like home brewer to full brewer, like all these kinds of things you can find. Just go in the archives at AboutBeverages.com. If you want to check out only the latest videos, that's totally fine too. YouTube is a great place. We'd love it if you'd hit the subscribe button there. We put up a couple videos every week, the full archive of this podcast, as well as the smaller podcasts go up there. So definitely check that out. And audio is also an option. If you only want audio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes. If you have a favorite podcasting app that you enjoy using, just search for About Beverages. We'll probably be there. Hit the subscribe button, and you'll always have the latest podcasts as they come out. So I think that is a good thing. That is a good thing. And if you always want to know when we're going live, there's probably some pillars and stuff where we may talk about that, right?
Well, the 3 pillars. The 3 pillars of social media being TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, which is the one that we use most often to keep you up to date on the happenings of About Beverages. Like earlier this evening when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific time. We get together, try some beverages, record podcasts, hang out, chat, and just chat and have some fun. And then also throughout the week, Andrew's going to let you know what he is doing as far as the gaming world, the universe that is known as gaming. He'll let you know what he's going to be doing and what he's going to be enjoying beverage-wise while he's doing it. So for all the latest, follow us on Twitter.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
You should rise up rosé and give it a... and that is a podcast. Easy peasy. Now we put up all the other little things back for a little. Yeah, this is good. For that price, I definitely agree. Was this thinking of the original tasting room? It's so very funny. I love the old trips to the tasting room. Yeah, they were fun. Like I said,
they were fun.
There's probably some ways we could do it with video nowadays. But I'd have to set up like a whole scene of like riding in the tasting room. I did something like that when I did I was on for a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. It was just like a one-off thing or whatever, and we were going to be riding somewhere. And I didn't need it on mine, but I had it set up where I had like a little thing, and it was a quick video of people like riding. So I was like, because we were like going to have to ride somewhere to a castle. Yeah, like, and I just kind of yeah, that would have been funny. No, I didn't quite go that far. Okay. That'd have been even better.
It's like that video that we had a couple of them done for Ben. It was like with Arthur, and we send in Ben's picture of his face, and then they like put it in. My friend Ben.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's pretty funny. That was from a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that done?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, no, I think that's exactly what I'd be looking for in a rosé.
It's not sweet, it's not dry, it's kind of right in the middle with a little bit of fruit.
So how does that work? Like I said, so Pinot Noir grapes, rosé, is this like almost like runoff? Is it like less? Is it blended down? Like
no,
why is it like this and not like a Pinot Noir?
Well, because I don't think they keep the skin in contact with the wine as long. They don't keep it so they don't extract as much color from the skins.
Gotcha. And flavor then as well. Then obviously.
Yeah, the flavor then is going to be different. But there's a few different ways to make rosés. I know. I think we may have talked about it, or we had links over the years to different articles. But there are different ways of making a rosé that will allow for a little more color, a little less color. So
rosé happens when the skins of red grapes touch wine for only a short time. Like you said, where some red wines ferment for weeks at a time on red grape skins, rosé wines are stained red for just a few hours. Wow! So that's like
but only
big
with
difference.
The grape's approval.
Exactly.
Skin is going to be tough. Are you okay with that?
Yeah. Are you okay with the? Yeah, exactly.
We have to make sure everyone's all right.
100%. It was your creative beginning, so important to going forward. Yeah, like and I'd like to do some of that. Like I said, it just makes it's more difficult when it's video.
Now that it's video, it's a little trickier for sure.
Yeah. The winemaker has complete control over the color of the wine and removes the red grape skins, the source of the red pigment, when the wine reaches the perfect color. As you can imagine, nearly any red wine grape can be used to make wine. However, there are several common styles of grapes that are preferred. Okay.
We used to have a Syrah rosé at the store. I've totally forgotten about that. They're
Syrah.
Josephina Syrah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And that was made with Syrah grapes.
Do you think you have a preferred rosé like wine grape in particular, or do you just like
No, I personally don't have anything specific that I like as much.
I'm going to touch you now, but only for about a few hours. Is that okay? Yeah, that's exactly what the winemaker asked. 100% Golgo. Yep. You just got to
make sure.
Just asking the right questions. Yeah, I found that by looking for it was in the Fearless Flyer, like I said, with the other thing, like I said, where it had the
So if this sounds at all good to you, and you have a Trader Joe's in your area, you should be able to find that fairly easily, I would think, because that flyer just came out. We just started getting this in at the end of last week. So, oh yeah, you were going through all the other.
Yeah, so I had to get past that one to get to this one. Yeah, $7.99. You're correct.
Oh well, good. I hope you enjoy it.
It was a $7.99 plus tax, unless otherwise noted. Here, $6.99 in California. Why does California get it cheaper?
I don't know. They always get more wine, more types of wine, and they get them a little bit cheaper. So
I guess it is from Napa Valley, so less travel.
I think so. I think there's different warehousing laws and this and that and blah, 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 yada, yada.
Bob Loblaw. I enjoy Apothic Rosé, which is a bit darker, but not sweet. Ooh, I have not had the Apothic Rosé. I like the other Apothic ones. Usually the Apothics are like kind of bold and very fruit forward, jammy. Yeah. Like I think I have a bottle of the Inferno that's in the bourbon barrel aged ones.
I think we podcasted on that.
I'm pretty sure we have. There's the Josephine Cab right there.
Oh yeah, we've got that. Just
$6.99.
I know, $6.99. You say? Just can't. I don't know. I've
$8.99 in Ohio. Why is Ohio more expensive?
Well, those Ohio. That's a long ways away.
It's true.
No, I don't know why.
Where is it? Like, do they have like a main like hub for Trader Joe's, or are there multiple across?
There's
the
a lot
country?
of different. Yeah,
we're getting into some minutia here, but
there's a lot of warehouses around the country, and then the East Coast headquarters are in Monrovia, or the West Coast headquarters are in Monrovia. The East Coast are actually in Massachusetts. So
we got a Pinot Noir here too. TJ's Reserve Pinot Noir. Lot number 229. How's that one?
Haven't had it.
If I lived in Ohio, I'd pay more to be drunk.
Yes,
it gets more expensive. It's more expensive. If you want to get drunk, you got to like just move one state over. It's much cheaper, Chicken Lord. I tell you. What else is there? Le Rosé, Le Blanc.
Those are
French.
fun. They have the little.
Is it actually carbonated? French fizz.
Yeah, things you can put on there. That actually, the winery that makes those, I was noting, makes another rosé for us, an actual rosé, not the fizzy rosé. So the Quinson or Quinson.
Drafty. Just got here. Never thought of dunking toast in basil, but now I'm interested.
Dunking toast in basil?
Like a basil oil?
Oh, your basil.
Oh, nice.
That person must have brought up the beverage menu for tonight.
I think they must have.
Yeah.
That took me a second. I was like, wait, what?
Toast and basil.
Yeah.
You can make a little pesto or something like that.
Yeah, that's actually where my brain went right away.
Yeah.
Crispy, crunchy peanut butter cookies. Oh my God, look at these parfaits that they've made here. That also looks good. Yeah, we still have not done that yet. That'll be third on the menu. Actually, I didn't ever technically hit that button, but you guys obviously know what we're having. We did the Firestone Walker Union Jack IPA, which we have had before, but just kind of went through that again a little bit. Good, another solid IPA. Like it's Lagunitas Stone IPA, just that West Coast
good
IPA.
Price.
Good price. Yeah, like I said, just kind of just a good solid IPA if you're looking for something at a store. And then obviously we just had the rosé right here from Trader Joe's. This is in their Fearless Flyer, probably around for a month or so, depending on availability where you're at. But that was.
And now, if a lot of people start watching our podcast, it might go even faster.
That's true. Are you out of the one that actually we did a podcast on a few weeks ago? Not the rosé, but
which one was that? The Tuatea Sauvignon Blanc? No, not that one.
No, it was I don't know. It's the one that's gotten a lot of views lately over on YouTube. If you want to check that out.
Really?
Yeah. Remember I told you that was crazy. Sorry, hold on, volume there. Yeah, it was that one, like, for some reason shot way, and I think I told you that a few weeks ago.
I think you did, but I can't remember what we tried.
Yeah, so do you have any? It was the special one, the Australian Shiraz.
Oh, that one. No, actually that's gone. As far as I know, we've been ordering it, and it has not been shipping. So
thanks
but
to
it was $4 bottle of Shiraz. So
yeah,
I'd like to think
over
it was
400 views on that one.
Nice.
See, that one jumped. That was a good one.
Yeah,
that's what people like. Basil and toast. I assume it goes good with Irish coffee. We'll talk. I don't want to give. Like I said, I have had it.
He's had it.
I actually did have
a special stream with Berserker.
Yeah, with Berserker here in chat. I had that, so we kind of tasted it together.
And
talked
I know
about it.
How you felt about it. So
I did tell you that though, didn't I?
Yeah.
But my wife actually liked it.
Okay.
Thankfully, there's some left.
That makes it sound like you didn't like it. You just. Should we talk about it?
Should we just stop right there?
Okay,
I was about to describe that. I didn't like it. I did not like it. Wait.
Right.
I didn't like it.
Spit it out.
Wait, what? Yeah,
you
no, I definitely didn't.
You maybe drink this.
Definitely didn't do that. Yeah, exactly. I definitely didn't do that. Another Bosom Buddies reference. Always good call. Yeah, I didn't say that in particular, but yeah, no, we'll get into that in the podcast here in a minute. This is really good.
Oh, LG's
hey, there he is.
Recent college graduate, LG, I believe, correct? All right.
I believe so.
Yes.
I believe so. Moving on to bigger and better things.
We were
like, I'm out of here.
To
graduate school.
A couple of weekends ago.
Did you go say hi?
I didn't run into LG though.
I
didn't. No, we didn't.
Or
see
did
each other.
you?
No, maybe, and I wouldn't have known.
That's right. You've been gone for a little bit. Oh my God,
well,
you got to get into some Destiny, LG. Oh my God, you're behind. Yeah, congrats on that though. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, you were up there. I think you guys probably just missed each other. I would have bought you a beer if I didn't see you guys could have sat down and had a beer.
It was a busy couple of days while we were there, to be sure.
You could have helped load it up the truck.
Oh, that's right. We could have had LG's help.
See, you could have had help.
Dang. That worked out all right.
Congrats on both graduating, making me feel. Yeah, well, oh my God. There are so many times like I talk or I'm gaming with people and it's like you make a reference and you're like, what? And you're just like, oh no.
That happens at work. I have to, certain things I have to like, okay, who's around me here? Okay, they'll get it. They'll get it.
Yeah.
They might get it. They won't get it.
Yeah.
So.
And then when someone like that then does, sometimes you're like, oh, they had good upbringing.
Yeah. It's like, wow, I'm surprised you
got
that.
Thankfully, I have a good balance of like whenever I'm in chat, like whenever we do our raids and stuff like that, there's a good balance of like a few of us. Like I'm probably still the oldest person, but there are some that are in the area ballpark of my age.
Yeah.
There's because then there's some people that are younger, and we always joke about like I said because there's like I said this Mel who like I said sent us the ski. Like we always joke about that, like we could probably be these people's parents. Like we're like the parents of these kids. Like, oh my God, why don't you get this reference? They're like, look this up right now. You need to get this reference. So I have then more 4/10 of a century.
That's also 2/5.
That's 4/10 of a century.
40%.
We are also. I am more than 4/10, but only a little bit more. Halfway over 4 more. Halfway over 4/10.
A little to halfway.
I'm 4.5 tenths. Is that what it is? Occasionally I still get a reaction from having 2000's birthday when I buy a beer. Yeah, that's nuts to think about. That is nuts.
Well, yeah, just a few weeks.
I know. Is he gonna? Is that something I should do? Ben's not watching the podcast right now, anyway.
No.
Is that something we should do? Should we buy him something nice? Should we get him his first something?
He doesn't really drink though. So
as far as you know, I'm just kidding.
I have to believe.
I'm kidding.
He's told us about things, so I know it. But overall, he hasn't. So, but
maybe it's because he hasn't had something that you and I would suggest. Maybe you and I, the beverage, but we should go in on something. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? I think that'd be a good idea.
I'm just going to buy him his first beer, and we'll go with that.
Yeah. No, you want me to go find some cask strength stuff? We're like, here you go.
No, we're okay.
You drink this whole thing. If I could find another bottle of the one that we jokingly gave him for Christmas, like that would be a good one to start. Either that one or the
what was that?
Eagle. Well, we gave him the E.H. Taylor.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Or the Eagle Rare or something like that.
Oh.
Nothing wrong with a very occasional nice drink. Yes, 100%. My woman is 12 years younger. That sounds like the way to go. She's younger. All right. Should we move on to a little bourbon action?
Let's have some basil and toast.
Some basil and toast and some discussion. I think there will be some discussion around this.
That's right.
I
feel it too.
I feel for sure. All right, what song should we go with here? What name do you like there? You pick the name, and that's the song we'll go with. We'll take a break.
We've already done the Cozy Snail.
Probably at some point. This is the last one we actually played.
Pocket Groove.
Pocket.
We'll go with
Groove.
Pocket. And Pocket Groove.
I don't see that one. Where's that one? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Pocket Groove. We're gonna play a little. Is it butter toast or cinnamon? It would have to be cinnamon toast. Cinnamon toast is 100% the way to go. So I hear I can craft Austringer now. Yes, you can. You can craft Austringer. You can craft Beloved. Just saying, LG, you're gonna be very happy about both those things. You can craft all of the new weapons, but yeah, those are the two you'll probably be super excited about. All right, we're gonna play a song. We're gonna go grab some glasses. We're gonna go grab what else? We're gonna go grab the bourbon too.
Yep,
all those things. We'll be right back.
Ready, Santa?
Full power. No one has any idea what we're talking about there. I don't think. I got quiet all of a sudden. I thought you were going to do the rest of it. That's fine. That's fine.
Ready, Santa?
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer right there.
Andrew asked me if I was ready, and I said, ready, Santa.
Little Rankin Bass right there, right? Something like that. Isn't that what it is? Silver and gold.
Only 7 months till Christmas.
Oh God. My wife said something like that the other day. I was like, what? Like it was like 31 weeks to Christmas. I was like, oh God. No. Merry Christmas. So we were just discussing as we were in the other room grabbing the bourbon that we were about to do for the podcast. And we were talking about the toast. Where does that come from or whatever? It might be a little bit too much for the podcast. It might slip in a little bit, but I wanted to kind of talk about. So it just has to do with the charring of the oak barrel. There's a difference between charring and toasting. I found a better article, and Berserker and I actually talked about this when we got together for our gaming session. But there's like different levels, like from 1 to 5 or 6, something like that, on how, like I said, how much the barrel is toasted, which then that is what is extracted from the wood when you put the whiskey in there and all that. Like, it basically, adjusts, the flavor and the color and like all those different things. It sounds like toasting, maybe more specifically, they do it at like a lower temperature to like slowly draw things out. 31 weeks till Christmas. That means 30 weeks until I start chopping. That sounds about right. Sounds about right, Drafty. See, barrel arrives at the toasting area. A cooper enters the barrel into the computer system, gets up the barrel's information. Let's see. So yeah, it's like a certain amount of like just slowly raising, like I said, toasting the barrel to a certain point so that it kind of gets to this. There's a particular spot that they actually want. Where is it? The majority of the flavor we get from barrels is in the red layer, which resides just behind the char layer, deeper into the stave. As we go deeper into the stave, the heat from the charring process becomes less intense, and it's in this temperature zone that all the yummy compounds are created and maintained.
I like how they went with the scientific term there.
Yeah, they put quote unquote yummy.
The yummy compounds.
Whiskey
That's
enthusiasts,
what we're in search of.
Whiskey enthusiasts might pipe up and remind them that the barrels must be new and charred, a process by which a cooper fires the barrel. Yeah, so it just has to do with the actual, like I said, the charring of the barrels, the toasting of the barrels, and like if it's particular, like I said, they call it toast, so it's different than the rest of theirs. Story time with About Beverages, exactly, Guardian Down. Yeah, this would be a little too much to throw into the podcast, but I just kind of wanted to give people the background on what they do, what makes it different than the regular Basil Hayden, which I think is good. This is going to sound, I don't know, maybe pretentious. Like I've kind of grown past like regular Basil Hayden just because I like that it's different because there's kind of a little mintiness in there that I don't get out of a lot of other bourbons. Right. But it's in that 80 or it's in that lower proof range, which I'm a little bit less
graduated
of a fan
to
of.
higher proof.
Yeah, maybe not quite as much as HJ, but like I think appreciate the more flavor that you get out of that, and I feel like your money is going a little further.
And what is this one?
This one is 7 proof, which is very
Oh, that's very low.
This one is also 80 proof. So.
Okay. All right.
I love the thing I do love is like the look of these bottles though too. I love they used to have, well, at least on the regular Basil Hayden, they used to have the little like it was like the paper apron looking thing and stuff like. Again, does that actually adjust the flavor? No. It's a cute little bourbon. What a cute little bourbon. You're such a cute little. Hi, Letha. How are you? But yeah, like even this though, I still like I said, this it's nice. I think like for a mass market bourbon, it's kind of a classy look, which I think is cool. So we're gonna get to the podcast. We're gonna get Keith tasting on this. I think we've got some things we can talk about for sure. That will be interesting. I think we are going to be a house divided. I feel. Oh, wow! And it cannot stand. No,
it'll stand.
It'll stand just fine. Got anything for this one?
I did last one.
Oh, you did. You did do the last one. That's right.
I would go with. I
bet you're enjoying your Frey Ranch. The Frey Ranch rye whiskey is one of my favorite ryes. It is delicious, and especially like I said, that price. Again, with shipping could be free if they're having one of their free shipping things, but it is very good. Highly recommend. I just know I have to hide that bottle now so that it doesn't disappear.
Put it in here.
There's always room for whiskey in the world of magic. Let's see. Something I was going to. What was I going to mention? We hear it about beverages. We're always honest, full disclosure, as we like to say. The item that we were going to have on the podcast today, I have had it. I enjoyed it during a gaming session with one of our loyal viewers, Berserker. We did some Destiny. We did some bourbon tasting. Oh my gosh, I already told you it's a bourbon. I've given everything away. Exactly. Like I said, but I felt I wanted to bring it to the tasting table so that we could both kind of talk about it, evaluate it, maybe even a little bit more, and maybe see if my mind can be changed. Are you into that? Are you into having some bourbon?
I would like to have some bourbon. Yes,
all right.
I'm into it.
Well, that's what we've got for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we are about today is the Basil Hayden Toast Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Whew. Take a breath.
I will take a breath.
Okay.
Yes, there's no bread involved here.
There is
no
bread.
No toasters.
Although some Cinnamon Toast does sound pretty good right now.
That does sound good.
I would have to say that is a top tier cereal. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's good.
That's a top tier cereal right there.
Yes.
So this is the Basil Hayden Toast, 80 proof. This bottle, I bought it. Actually, you know what? I'll hold back the price.
Oh, reserving the price.
Do you know what it is?
I don't.
Okay.
No, I know what regular Basil Hayden goes for.
Okay, we'll hold back the price on this one because maybe we don't want that to play too much of a factor.
Okay.
But yeah, I purchased this a while back. We'd been holding on to it. Finally did get to have some of it. This is not all of my drinking, though. My wife also enjoys the whiskey, like I said, so maybe this is one that she happened to like. So
she might have liked it.
I won't let that play into a factor there.
Nope.
Maybe I loved it. Maybe secretly I drank all of this.
You could be leading me astray.
I could be. You don't know.
I got to find my way
Let's
through
just get into
this
it.
maze of confusion.
So the toasting just happens to deal with how much they char the barrels.
Right.
It's kind of where that ties into. There is no age statement on here, so I don't know if there is one. You can go check out the link that I put to their website. There might be some information on that there, but I don't think they are specific to how long that they age.
We have
said
done
whiskey.
regular Basil Hayden on a podcast
I believe,
a few years back.
I believe you can go into the archives and check out that kind of thing at AboutBeverages.com. I always liked the regular Basil Hayden just because it was on the thinner side with the 80 proof, which this one is as well. But I liked it always kind of had a little minty quality, which was different than a lot of the other bourbons that I've had. So that was always appreciated. But kind of moved past that one a little bit. But this one piqued my interest. With the different process that they use. So
both you and Berserker, your interests were piqued.
They were,
and you came together and had a cross-continental podcast event.
We did.
So,
now we have the local version that we need. We're going to get knee deep in the nitty gritty here for the local version. Guess what? It's the color of bourbon.
The color of bourbon,
which needs to be a Pantone color. I poured you a Rachel amount of whiskey there. I think that's all right. If you don't finish it, I'll finish it. It's fine. I'm realizing that. And all of a sudden, a second ago, I was like, "Wow, that was a heavy."
It's not a Hulk fist, but
it's not a Hulk fist of whiskey. It's up there though. It's in the ballpark.
I did see. Yeah, you did yours with a little eyedropper, but no,
did. Yeah, there's not even any in mine. Exactly.
That's how much you like it.
Yeah.
But yes, it's I'd say on the lighter side, but basically the color you'd expect from bourbon.
I would also agree. The aroma?
Yep. You get toasty goodness.
Oh, yeah?
I don't have to go with that, but
I didn't know if you did or not. I'm guessing 6 to 9 years. I honestly don't know. I don't think it says on here either.
Oh, actually, I know what I get. Oh, no, I know what I get.
First of the bourbon is placed in it. Portion of the bourbon is placed into toasted barrels so a portion of the bourbon, not even all of the bourbon. I may actually mention this on the edit of the podcast, but a portion of the bourbon is put into toasted barrels for approximately 2 months after initial maturation. Then that's mingled back with the original bourbon that only rested in level 4 char barrels, creating Basil Hayden toast. So that's the char is on the other part of it too. Okay. 2 fingers refers to the pinky and index finger. It does. Yeah. That was always that was always the joke from the Bob Hope movie, like the 4 fingers. Like, I want 4 fingers of whiskey. No, give me the thumb too. So yeah, that's like how much you actually want. That is a very good callback. Not a lot of people know that one. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Vanilla nut.
Oh, okay.
I get a little bit of vanilla nut, and there's a little bit of fruit right underneath that. Just a slight amount of fruit. But to me, it's
there is like a little cherry or something under there. There is like a little bit of that kind of at the end. Yeah, I would agree.
I like it.
Very light vanilla. I think the alcohol kind of really comes through.
Yeah.
Like for more of a hit than you'd expect.
Yeah.
With something like this at this proof. So like I said, maybe because it's a little on the thinner side, that seems to kind of strike a little bit more kind of hits, but yeah, overall, like I said, the aroma is good. It doesn't wow me in any way, but it's fine.
It's different with like, to me, that vanilla nuttiness or whatever. So that's, yeah, just, and so it sticks out a little bit for that, but I agree.
Okay. The taste?
Yep.
Nice try, Lucky. I had my alerts off. We're doing a podcast. Gigi's turning alerts off. Lucky, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Wow.
I wouldn't have cared. Even if you'd have done that and my alerts had been on and I had forgotten to turn them off, I would have been super, super happy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Holy moly.
If you were in chat and you got a gifted sub from Lucky, A Wood, Gadget the House, Okayest Dad, Swatchel, and Inadvertent Evil, you now have some gifted subs. Thanks to Lucky right there. That is super nice. I appreciate it. That is very, very kind. And Lucky knows how much I hate it when I can't thank him directly because either he is muted or streaming right now.
Is he streaming?
I don't know if you guys know this. If you guys aren't following Lucky, you should probably do so. See, if he's not listening, he won't know that you did this. You can right click on the link I just put in chat, open up a tab. You can hit the follow button. You can follow him. He's playing some Destiny right now. If you want Destiny things, you can check that out.
Do we already know who we're rating? Are we rating Lucky?
It's very possible.
Okay.
Like I said, we've got a few options up. We'll have to look. But yeah,
okay.
So if he's not listening, then he doesn't know that I just shouted him out in chat. So go drop him a follow or something. That would be super, super nice. Lucky, thank you again. If you are listening for the 5 gifted subs, it is very, very nice. Drink Merlot, we're drinking that one, I cannot figure out how to turn off yet.
I am not drinking any fucking Merlot.
Okay.
I'll bring up the video for a second.
Jesus, no Merlot.
We have that screen down, but you were pretty fast on bringing that back up.
I try to remember to bring that one up. Yep. RX, thank you for the no Merlot. Just to enroll, no biggie. Okay. I saw you guys over there. I'm watching you in the corner of my eye. I got a tab up. Thank you for that, though, Lucky. That is super, super nice. Let me get back to, I'm going to be in 100% the wrong spot, though, if I don't, oops, not that one. There we go. Okay.
Listen, I know the wrestlers get all the fancy ladies. Clothes and the very creams and lotions. But my life is good. Really good. I get to wake up every morning at 5 a.m. and make some soup. It's the best. I love it. I get to lay in a bed by myself all of my life. It's fantastic.
Litha, thank you for the redemption of Nacho Libre. I appreciate that. Yes, I like wine. Some say I drink a Merlot of it.
I drink Merlot of it.
That too.
I like Merlot.
His tab and me have something in common. I would say so, Chicken Lord. I would say so. That is very, very funny. All right, turn that off. Yeah, I don't know why, if that's not there, why it still does the audio portion. That is something I have not figured out. I do this. See that? Someone want to try and do another one in chat? I want to see if it works. Actually, I could do it myself. No, don't waste your points. I'll do it.
So it shouldn't show up? Is that what you're saying?
Shouldn't hear any. Oh, I think I may have figured it out. Wait, we'll try another one. Yes.
But that's not good. Then we don't know that somebody's redeemed, right?
But do we want that in the middle of a podcast?
That's true. No, that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't. Okay.
Well, let's make sure that if
we could then redo it for them, I guess, later.
But if I bring that back, now let's make sure this works, though. So I brought it back up now. Okay. I got it. Hot damn.
Right before your very eyes, Andrew figured it out.
Hi, Sushi. How's it going? How are you?
Jesus, no Merlot.
Good to see you, Sushi. How is your evening going? Has anyone bought any crumble cookies? Did you get any crumble cookies this week?
No, but they're delicious.
What? Did you see what they were this week?
No.
Did you know we have a section in our Discord dedicated to crumble cookies?
I don't even know how to get to our Discord.
Oh, for God's sakes, you know how to get to our Discord. So this week is a chocolate peanut butter chip.
Sounds good.
Nilla bean cupcake.
That sounds good.
Berry crunch.
Yeah.
Kentucky butter cake.
That was one of the first ones I was exposed to, but did not have.
Oh, okay. Caramel coconut fudge. Huh. What? Which of those words don't you like?
Coconut. Yeah, caramel and fudge.
Are we
good.
related?
Coconut's okay. I just don't need it in there. Now, if that was like
I'm
caramel,
hoping it's toasted.
peanut butter fudge.
That I'm going to be honest. I am assuming and hoping it's toasted coconut.
What about toasted coconut's good?
I'm hoping that the coconut is toasted.
Okay, yeah.
You are correct. Regular coconut's just kind of like,
Yeah.
I get you.
It's fine.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I know they do sound good. Sushi, have you gotten any cookies this week? Did you get any? You are always usually my cookie companion. That doesn't sound right. You know what I mean. Are you feeling ready? Should we continue?
I'm ready.
Should we finish this
We
podcast?
should.
All right,
Let's do
we're
it.
going to finish this podcast, so we'll get back to all this conversation. Cookies need to be discussed.
I think I'm going to side kind of where you are here.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. A little spicy on the front of my tongue.
Yeah.
A little bit of the vanilla comes through.
Yep.
I don't get the cherry, which was interesting. Or like for me,
Right.
that little bit of fruit. I don't
Right.
get that, which was kind of the interesting thing in
Right.
the aroma.
It's a little thin.
Thin. Like I said, and like a little bit of heat on the back, but not that
Yeah.
much. More than I feel should be for a proof of this bourbon, like a bourbon at this proof.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just kind of like okay to me. I've had other things that are better.
Yeah.
Especially for this price.
That little bit, the vanilla nuttiness is intriguing, but there's not a lot of depth to it. There's not a lot of, like I said, there isn't a lot of like body and any viscosity. It's just, it's fine. It would now, so though it, but okay, price wise though, where are we talking price?
Well, what does Basil Hayden's usually cost? Like,
Well, it depends on where you shop. Basil Hayden's is like 30-ish at Costco,
right?
But at Trader Joe's, it's around 45. So
that seems
40,
overpriced.
42, 43 actually. Yeah.
Okay, I would say usually, I for some reason, Costco being super cheap, I usually think 36, 37 for
Right.
Basil Hayden's.
Right.
So then, with that in mind, what do you think this is?
Basing it off the Costco or basing it off of regular 36?
Yeah, let's base it off
50.
of mid 30s. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, there are many other things for $50.
Oh
I'd
yeah,
rather
the
have.
Frey ranches.
The
are
Frey
right around
Ranch,
there.
yeah, exactly. Not to
Right.
keep promoting them. Hashtag
Right.
not an ad, but if they would like this to be an ad.
Yeah.
No, the Frey Ranch, either the regular bourbon or the rye is a little bit more, but the regular bourbon
Yeah.
and just other things that we've had. Like, I mean, the blackened you can find for $45 to under $50. Like that has more, I think, complexity. I think this is it's fine. To me, where this really takes the hit down is, like I said, the proof and then that price.
Yeah.
Like that's just kind of what hits negatively to me and what did.
Yep. I would agree.
My God, I would agree with myself. Shocking.
Your opinion has not changed.
In a shocking revelation, my opinion is the same.
I've stayed the same. Well, sometimes you revisit something under a different circumstance. You analyze a little bit more. Maybe it's different. Who knows what could? But it's good to know you're still feeling the same.
I am still feeling the same. I also one thing though that I do love and I think goes over and above what the price is our website AboutBeverages.com. Wouldn't you think?
It's true. Yeah, it's definitely worth just a little bit more than what you pay.
I think so. It would be worth a little bit more than what you pay, which is $0. Definitely go there. We have over a decade, 14 years now worth of content, whether it's podcasts, videos, again, recipes, all these kinds of things. Go check that out. If you only want the latest videos, YouTube is the place to subscribe. You can find all of our latest videos there as well. And you'll get a little alert whenever we go live with something new there. So you can know about that right away. Usually a couple videos a week. When it comes to the beverage review things. If you only want audio, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes are all great places to go. If you have a different podcast app that you like using, that's fine too. Just search for About Beverages and we'll probably be there. I think our feed seems to be like it's all over the Google.
It's reaching
as the kids say, the Google, which I like using. And if you ever want to know when we are going live on Twitch or anything else like that, we've got some pillars that kind of alert you to those things too, right?
The three pillars of social media.
The three to us that are important.
Yeah, three for us. TikTok, Instagram and Twitter, which is what we use most often to let you know what's going on at About Beverages. Like earlier today when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific, when we get together and try some different things and just hang out and have some fun, have some good conversation, and whatever happens to pop up. We talk about that. Also, Andrew let you know what he's doing throughout the week in the gaming world and what he will be enjoying and keeping him refreshed as he's doing that. So for all the latest at About Beverages, follow us on Twitter.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a toasted shot.
Perhaps,
maybe.
And that is a podcast. Add me. Good to see you. That's right. It is. We may have to raid Jav today. Actually, when we do that in a little bit, we may have to raid Jav. Oh God! Now everything's just gonna pop up. Okay.
What's the story, Noam? Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You finish it.
I gotta make that little pop up a little bigger. Oh, I think maybe I might go back. It shouldn't actually do all of these, but I think it might. So. Few alerts happening right here. Me again. You're gonna get 5 of them. Lucky did find a way to work his way into it. Enjoy the rest of your day, gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your day, Adme. Thank you for that post you also put in Discord. That was super cool. Oh, I guess it's no, it's thinking.
Okay.
Okay, might be done. Happy birthday, Sam! I think that's what we're gonna have to do in just a few moments. We'll have to go say hi. It is Jav's beautiful golden retriever. It is Sam's birthday today.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, celebrating the birthday of the canine.
Yeah.
Good.
So maybe we'll do that in just a few minutes. But yeah, it's Lucky finds his way anyway, which is always good.
Lucky will make it happen if he really wants.
Yeah, Adme, thank you for the post in Discord about the tequila. I'll have to look into that. I did ask you, though, I don't know if you mentioned back if you're still here. Did you like it? Did you actually buy it, or was that just a suggestion? Couldn't quite 100% tell. What else was I going to talk about? What did we finish up here? I lost my train of thought. It's gone. It's gone.
Oh, it'll come back.
Never.
There's always another train coming along.
You're like literally right by there. How come you never pick up any crumble cookies? This is actually the question I was going to ask.
Oh, I just don't think about it.
You had guests out at your house this whole week and you don't bring them tasty treats?
That's true. No, we didn't really do much for desserty stuff. So, but that would have been good. I could have done that. Probably good that I don't make that a regular thing, because I'd probably wind up eating way too much cookie. And,
well, you just order what you want. Don't order that many then. Just order 2.
But I'd eat them all. but they are delicious. They are good.
And actually, look at that. Lucky even got the very rare Ron Swanson dancing like an absolute fool.
Oh,
right,
wow.
That is the very rare.
Is it? So what makes it rare?
It's like a 15% chance that one pops up if people give subs.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a low percent. I forget what the percentage is. It might be 10. It's like 10 to 20% tops. But yeah, because it's usually Alec Baldwin continuously pouring scotch. But yeah, then that's the rare variant. That's one of the options that you could do. I was able to tweak that and add that one in there. But yeah, like I said, this is one of those ones, especially for the price. Even if it was, I don't know, even if it was like, the same price as Basil. I think it's better probably than a regular Basil Hayden, but it's not like, I don't know. Maybe not even because it's not that it's.
I'd have to try Basil Hayden's again, but that was one I know that I remember like a couple of years ago when we had it, that was kind of like not the benchmark, but that was one that I knew that you could always you always liked, because you were like, yeah, I like this one. This is one, if I need something, I know what I'm getting from it and I'll like it.
Yeah.
And I think Todd also was kind of the same way about that. But yeah, I know you've gone more toward the higher proof, which is there's more body usually, a little more to it.
Yeah, higher proof, a little more body, like all that kind of stuff. It's just kind of been that way to kind of get a little bit more. But yeah, like I said, I think it's fine. It's one of those ones. Once it is empty, I will not replace it. Let's put it that way, as opposed to some other things that I've got.
Well, at least Litha is enjoying it.
So yeah, exactly. She could have finished this one instead of opening up the freight.
Switch the bottles.
Just pour
that into the fray. She probably know, though.
Yeah, she would.
She'd say, what is going on here? What is happening?
What has happened? So for next week, what are you thinking about for next week?
Ooh.
Are you going to keep going through the Fearless Flyer, or just like
No, we don't have to do that.
work your way down through there? So I'm trying to think of what I have. I'm sure I have. Well, I've got that one. I didn't actually have it yet. I've got that new Anthem beer still too, the Clapback.
Okay.
Like I said, that's something we could have, or we could even open with, or something like that. I think it's a double.
I'll have to see. I know Tap and Bottle's got some new stuff in, so maybe I'll have to get down there and pick something from them. Or
we had been talking about
with
the mixed drink thing too.
Yeah, I know. I keep.
What is it we don't want to buy?
I keep waiting for it. No. I keep waiting for us to get vermouth, sweet vermouth
That's
back
what
in.
it is. But there's something else we need, isn't it?
We also need the Campari.
Okay, that was like the.
But that can be a part of other drinks as well. So I could get that. That's not the.
You said it was like thousands of dollars for Campari, right? Something like that. That was why you were avoiding.
I'll wind up paying like $20 for
what
it.
Are they? Oops, I didn't spell that right. No,
Campari.
that's a lot of words right there. That
I don't think that's it.
no.
Aperol. No, that's a different thing.
How do you spell Campari?
CAM.
Oh, CAM.
PA.
There was my problem. I put an O.
Campari.
I don't know why. 20. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah. See, that's the one. That's the one we sell there.
Oh, okay. I have seen that. So it's
Yeah. And we
29.
have it cheaper, and I can get my.
Here's a
discount,
smaller
so
bottle for 19.
I can for about the same. I can
50 mil for 350.
Well, we could do that if you want.
I mean, it depends on how much we need for each of the drinks.
I don't think I'll mind having, because I actually do enjoy the Negroni, so I won't mind having that on hand.
Okay. So anyway, there was a so that let you in on the full conversation of what's going on here. There is a drink that we have both like. Not only have I seen TikToks on after you talked about it, which was I wonder if my phone was listening. How that stuff works.
I know.
But like I said, you had talked about that. Yeah, there's literally a drink where it's
just substitute.
Literally, the only thing you switch out is
gin and put in bourbon.
Yeah. Yep. So we thought that would be kind of cookies on the way. Let's go. Which ones did you order, Sushi? Which cookies did you order? Hashtag again, not an ad, but hashtag
if you
guys
have sweet vermouth, which I don't have any.
It is so old. I was actually going to throw. I saw the other day that sweet vermouth you're actually supposed to refrigerate, which mine is not.
Yeah, the Boulevardier is the one with the bourbon. Correct.
Yeah. So we're going to do Boulevardier and we're going to do the Negroni. Correct.
Yes.
So we're going to do those two kind of basically. We'll do that like maybe as one podcast, like just like we're going to make this drink and then we'll make this one and like just kind of talk a little bit about. It's amazing just what that substitution can do.
Right.
Which, like a lot of people also do that with Bloody Marys too. Like they, as opposed to doing vodka, like people, throw in tequila, they make the Bloody Maria. I think some people have used gin. Like if you find more of like a one that's kind of like more of a savory style gin, if something's got a little more peppery note to it, people like doing that too. Nardini Amaro.
I think it's pronounced Amaro.
You are an Amaro. Muy bien.
Not
Amaro.
today, but maybe.
Amaro. Oh my God, right there. This guy. But yeah, I think maybe that would be kind of fun. Maybe we just open with something else and then do those two.
Sure.
Like, because it's going to be, even though it's going to be a combined podcast.
I just got to get the sweet vermouth.
So let's
see if we can buy some, but Trader Joe's has such an amazing price on it that.
Sweet vermouth.
Vermouth.
I always think it's funny that it looks like that.
Vermouth.
This one? Isn't that the one you usually have, the Revita?
No.
Oh. Those are expensive. That one's $7. Probably should have a decent ingredient, though. That one's more of the same.
So I hear a lot of
Martini and Rossi has one, too. I always like Martini and Rossi for their gins. Maybe I'll look for that.
The regular bottle.
There we go. Maybe I'll look for that. I like their, like I said, their dry vermouth. Very much. That's what I use for my martinis. Like it's amazing how much that, even as little as I put in there, I can tell when I use different ones. I actually bought a small bottle of another brand at some point, and I mix that in. And like I literally have not. Like I wound up buying another bottle of the Martini Rossi, which is very funny.
Oh.
Vanilla bean, Kentucky, berry crunch, caramel. Oh my gosh, you bought a little bit of everything. I love it. Love it, and they're on their way. Some sweet treats. Yeah. All right. Well, like I said, I was hoping to try and hoping maybe Saturday I can get to Total Wine because I need a gin anyway, and I wanted to look for see if they did have the Ride the Lightning or try and find that at some point too because I've got some gift cards. So
nice.
All right. Maybe I'll look for if I'll look for that and if you can come
together.
All right. Can you actually get the Campari? Or is
Yeah,
that, also
that I
out?
have. Yeah, I can get that.
That you can get. So this, okay, all right. I
Yeah.
will try and get this. You get the other, and obviously I've got plenty of
the
whiskey.
others.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and I'll find a gin or something like that we can use. Do you think there's a gin in particular that would work better of the ones that we usually enjoy? Because like I said, doesn't really matter to me which one I wind up getting. Like, between the ones we can always usually find between like, Hendrix and the Roku and the Gray Whale.
No, we could do a little research and see if there's like a consensus of what bartenders.
I don't usually have that. I've never really had that drink, so it's a sweeter drink. So would you want one that's more citrusy then? Is that like kind of...
Yeah, I'm trying, or maybe the herbal might be better.
Okay.
Because it's going to go with the botanicals in the other, because that's what Campari is. It's usually a lot of times I was reading it's actually the Moscato grape that then has botanicals added to it. So even the red. So, yeah, I'll do a little research. We'll figure out what will be the best kind.
All right. Well, that sounds like a good plan. All right. So that'll be the plan for next week.
Yes.
That should be super fun.
Negroni versus Boulevardier.
Exactly. And then we'll open with something, like I said, I'll find a beer or something like that we'll open with. I get a lot of lately because I've been having a fair amount of IPAs just because there's been so many good ones lately.
There's so many good. Yeah.
Between Adroit and all these other ones. There's some great Italian wine-based vermouth.
Yep.
If you ever have suggestions for that kind of stuff, especially before, like I said, Saturday, before I may go out, if you have some that you know that you like or that are interesting that maybe I could find, definitely post them in Discord or hit me up on Twitter. Either way, you can put them in the pub section or whatever. Like I said, and I'll definitely take reference. Like I said, I've never bought this version of their sweet vermouth before. So like I said, I would definitely try something different. I always like it when chat has suggestions. So definitely throw that out there. But yeah, we'll do those two next week. But yeah, I've been having a lot of they're like another IPA because I've been during the week. It's like, oh, got all these IPAs.
So many good ones.
And then I have some other ones. Like I've got some stouts and I have that, I think it's a barley wine or something. I'm like, man, these are all like 14%. I don't want to have one of these during the day or even sip on. So it's
10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, kind of like, I try and like I always like tell them that like those are like always after the first break. So at least it's after 12 o'clock. But yeah, that's kind of always been the thing. I'm like, some of these are just very heavy. Like even as much as I love that style, it's like, well, I know I can only sip on it. And
not that early in the morning.
Anyway, but yeah, so we'll plan on that for next week. The usual time at 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I greatly appreciate that. Everybody that comes out. And again, I know most of the draw is, as everyone says, my younger, better looking brother Keith over here. So I appreciate you guys coming out.
They just get to see you all the time. I'm just kind of the curiosity.
Curiosity.
The weekly curiosity.
Oh my God, that's amazing. All right, we're going to go raid Jav right now. He is doing some Destiny content as always, but it is his beautiful golden retriever, Sam. It is his birthday today, so let's go say hi to Sam. Wish them a happy birthday. Hopefully he is doing very well. Hopefully his drops, hopefully he's been blessed by RNGesus, as we say. Has gone his way. Better than Freak Show. That's true. That is bit. Curiosity better than Freak Show. Chicken Lord. True. That is 100% correct. But yeah, we're going to go say hi to Jav. Like I said, let's wish Sam a happy birthday, and hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow, no later than 9 a.m. Pacific, probably even a little bit earlier, noon Eastern, for, of course, some Destiny things. We've got lots of fun stuff to do with the new season, and we'll see this guy next week.
I'll be back next
Will
week.
you be wearing another NAU shirt? Do you have any other shirts?
I'll just turn this one around.
Let's
turn the shirt around.
Turn it upside down.
That's right.
Oh my God! All right. Thank you guys.
Yep. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next week and tomorrow.